Good morning, Dr. J, Dr. Poppy. Spencer Woller here with my curriculum reflection on my semester at Webster Middle School. First question was, how did your placement school develop their curriculum in the discipline? With both social studies and German, they had to work with Alan, who's the district curriculum director, to get their curriculum approved. And from my experience, it was a huge bureaucracy. In social studies, Mr. Ruff, as head of social studies, tried to get their scope and sequence from grades 3 to 12 changed in a way that he thought fit better. And from my understanding, it's going to be like a years-long process to get it changed. So curriculum is a huge bureaucracy in a school district. Second question was, how was the curriculum chosen? And I learned more about that through German, where the high school German teacher dictated what she wanted to teach, and then kind of told Maggie Scheel what she had to teach to align with that, especially with the AP in mind. So middle school teachers kind of got the shaft through that and had to adapt. It seems pretty political in Cedarburg. Third question, what kind of work is done to align the curriculum to state standards? When the teachers sit down to develop the curriculum for the year or refine it, there's a big PowerPoint with each unit they're going to learn, and then next to the unit title it shows the learning objectives from the district that they're trying to cover, and then outline state standards to it, so they make sure they're checking all of their boxes. And then how the assessment vision is for teachers. In both social studies and German, the whole school has developed a 10-30-60 plan. 10% of the grade is practice assignments, 30% is benchmark quizzes, and 60% is summative assessments and projects. They'll have 2 to 3 summatives a quarter. And for the district, at least in middle school, emphasizes deeply the idea that learning material and concepts is far more important than turning it on time. And there is no late work policy at the middle school because of this, really trying to emphasize learning the content. And then the second question, all of us have experienced radical unprecedented changes. How did I adapt teaching strategies, activities, and resources? So I had unique experiences in both social studies and German. In social studies, I had one class fully in person, one class was partially hybrid, and then the third class was completely virtual. So when I would plan my lessons, I always had to keep in mind, hey, I have a whole class that's going to be virtual. How can I fit them in? That was definitely a growing experience, but I adapted with that. In German, I have 6 different classes currently, and the virtual students are interspersed between all of the classes. There's been times where I forget to log into the Google Meet. When Dr. Krieger came and visited, I was so focused on that, I forgot to log in until about 10 minutes left in the class. So some huge learning experiences with the hybrid teaching. And it is challenging to try to cater to students virtually at the same time as in class, especially when you have students in front of you. But I found that some good things to do to benefit that was classroom competitions that use the computer. For example, Blooket, Kahoot, Quizzes, and GimKit are all great platforms for a hybrid classroom to review vocabulary and notes while creating classroom competition and a little bit of excitement at the same time. And all of those platforms give the students, give them instant formative feedback, which is really good for student learning in the moment. Canvas is the platform Cedarburg School District uses for uploading not only assignments and some quizzes, but daily modules. And for the students that are at home, creates a easy way to know what's going on for the day. Definitely used Canvas to the fullest, whether it was giving quizzes and tests or just doing formative check-ins with the students and showing them daily agendas. And then I finally found that even though there was COVID, the school is pretty relaxed about us getting students out of their seats, especially towards the end of the semester. So I tried to do activities where we'd be moving around the classroom, like come to this side if you agree with this, or come to that side of the room if you agree with that. Worked very well with our students. And then I found finally that in about a 40-minute class period, which I taught in German, that 3 different activities would keep the students engaged. and that in my 80-minute social studies classes, about 6 activities were necessary to keep the students engaged and focused. Social studies had mask breaks where about halfway through, we'd step out and take 3 minutes. Students could refocus and take their masks off, and that was really helpful. We don't have those in German because the class is so short, but that's understandable. Regarding curriculum once more, it's very interesting to see the bureaucracy that it is and how it gets politicized, which I think is at times disappointing because it should be about the students at the core and not only what's best for the teachers. So thank you for listening to my reflection. Have a good day.